Morning all, welcome to Project Zomboid. I've just woken up, right, and I just had a hell of a match in Dust last night, which is completely on my mind, but I did promise myself I'd do this video before. So I present to you the Church of Doom. So as I sip my tea, we're going to discuss this. Also, I've had a few comments coming back to me telling me to stop being so British. Sorry about that, mate. All right, governor. Sorry about that, my friend. Or whatever. It doesn't work, does it? So anyway, Project Zomboid, amazing game. It's on Steam for £10. That's 10 British pounds. I think maybe $15. And if you buy it, you will be entertained thrice, maybe even more than thrice that value easily. So definitely consider it because it's just an incredibly good game. To be honest, it's funny because as I was playing this, I was watching The Walking Dead, like on my other screen, and it was quite weird because a lot of the behaviors and attitudes you see in that TV show are represented here as well. So multiplayer is only going to multiply this as well. So as you see here, we're looting this empty building, and it's funny because the bit I saw in the TV show is they're looting a golf club. And not a golf club, like a club for golfers, you know what I mean? And what they effectively are doing is going from room to room and stuff, and they're coming across the odd zombie, and then they're dealing with it, which we definitely need to do. I think we're going to have to equip a primary and a secondary here, and I think if I can find maybe a baseball bat again, because I did drop mine, then quite frankly we're just going to start battering to death zombies that come anywhere near me, which is the way of things. But as you can see, this church is relatively uninteresting. There's not a great deal here, but again, I don't expect a church to have, you know, multiple AR-15s with like loads of Stanag mag. Look at me pretending like I know about guns, but it's not really going to have that kind of thing. Oddly enough, no Bibles. Interesting. I wonder what church this was. Anyway, as you can see, the variety of buildings is incredible. We went from a school, we've now found a church. There's factories, there's wood mills. There's huge shopping malls as well, so you can really Day of the Dead it up if you so wish as well. I'm really hoping there is a prison. I mean, really, really hoping there is a prison, because just imagine having the fun of clearing a prison with like a gang of you, literally doing what The Walking Dead did and turning it into somewhere safe. That would just be, so cool. I can't even describe my nerd levels at this moment if that was possible. But the game is going rather well, although I'm sad to report that this is probably the last video you'll see of this character. Let me explain why. As I was looking around, I kind of realised that I think this is Knox County, I think, map. It's not the other one. I can't remember what that code is. Tenor something. This is the smaller one. This is actually quite a small map. There's actually not a lot of buildings to, I guess, loot in this one. So I decided to do my usual trick of following the roads. And so there is a main road that runs out of this little bit of the town here. And I decided to follow it. And I followed it for a day and a half. And I then passed unconscious, and there's nowhere to sleep, so I'm going to die. So post in the comments if you know a way to survive that. I am reliably informed that I should have got some sticks and a sheet and created a tent, and then I can actually erect a tent and sleep in it. I did know this as well because I've done this in my previous one, but I didn't realize you couldn't just lie down on the floor and sleep. It's not a possibility in this game. Oh, for the obvious reasons, I guess, but kind of annoying in a way, because that means this character is pretty much right in the middle of nowhere and he can't get anywhere. He can't get back to civilization, what remains of it. So that kind of sucked a bit. Plus, I mean, this map was just insane with the amount of zombies that were milling around, and I've not met any hordes yet, and I wanted to show you a zombie horde, because they are pretty ridiculous. You'll crest the corner and you'll see all of a sudden, like, 100 zombies all grouped up, and they lurch at you, and it is terrifying. And I think they've done that incredibly well. But yeah, I'm just a little bit disappointed with how small this map is. Now, again, post in the comments if you can point me to a map of these counties. I found the other one. I've got the map for that. But if maybe you know, this is the second map that has been released with the game. If you know of a good, reliable map for that, then please link me to it, because you just need a map. You need to at least know your area. You can assume this fits in with the role play of the game as well, because you shouldn't just imagine that you've been dropped in a city that you know nothing about if you were a copper here. So, if you're a policeman or the fireman or whatever, chances are you're going to know the town somewhat. And this is the difficulty perhaps of this. Look at me shooting dudes. I'm just getting bored now. I'm getting to the point where I think to myself, this map is not a keeper. I think we're going to move on. And I don't know if you can take characters from map to map. Probably not. But I think even then, this character has got a few issues. So we're just going to basically kill him off slowly. But I did hope as I wandered into the wilderness, which again in most of the games, they know that you're going to do that, so they'll facilitate you with just loads of random encounters. But in this game, the wilderness is wilderness. There's nothing there. So going out into the deep forests and then another deep. You're not going to find much. But look in the cities. Look at how many bloody geeks there are, as Glenn called them in the earlier episodes of Walking Dead. Geeks doesn't quite work, does it? But anyway, look how many there are, and this is just getting annoying. And I think really the reality is that I would just love to see a multiplayer gang of people just going to town with these dudes, beating the crap out of them with golf clubs and baseball bats and shotguns and pistols and knives and pens and whatever it takes just to kill them all, because I think that would be hilarious to sort of see if you can manage the population somewhat. I mean, you can create Molotov cocktails to deal with hordes, for example, which is an incredibly effective thing to do. And so on. And I think really this is kind of my desperation with it. So as I've just forwarded there, we've left town now. This is like the last. So this is basically the last house out of the town, and it's obviously raining, so I need to get inside. And just wasn't feeling this map, to be honest with you. So I think the next video that you see will go back to our roots. I'm actually going to load my year-old character. I know, crazy, hey. I know I'm going to be terrified if I lose him, but then again, what's the point of having a character if you're not going to use him? So it means I need to convert the map as well, but we will go back to our roots and we'll play with our decent dude. He had all of the equipment he needed, and he had really everything prepped, so he's pretty useful. So I think that's what we'll do next time. So hope you enjoyed that, and say goodbye to this poor little chap. See you next time.